assigned to this case, and they're not going to stop until we get somebody in handcuffs. I can promise you that.
The Bexar County Sheriff devoting major resources tonight to track down the shooters who opened fire on a family's home, sadly killing a 4-year-old little girl. That little girl's 2 siblings and their mom and dad also shot but are expected to recover. It happened around 7 o'clock last night on the city's northeast side. News 4 San Antonio's Robert Price has a look at the new surveillance video that could help investigators to catch the suspects.
This was not a drive-by shooting where they shot from the street. They wanted to get out and get up close and personal.
Really loud gunshots, just at broad daylight.
It was surgical, and the sheriff says it was targeted.
And they wanted to empty enough lead into that home to make sure that they inflicted maximum damage, to make sure that they killed somebody.
A 4-year-old girl was killed. Her mom and dad and her 7- and 8-year-old siblings are all in the hospital. All of them shot inside their home off Walsham Road and New World Drive when these two fired 30 rounds from small Draco AK-47 Woodstock rifles.
The rounds, almost as soon as they come out of that gun, are tumbling. And so when they hit flat. It's a devastating wound that makes. So you can imagine that coming in contact with a little girl, 4 years old.
Here's how a neighbor who asked not to be identified described the scene.
After the gunshots, we just immediately just started hearing screaming. I initially just got really scared because I know that area just has a bunch of little kids.
Now here's a closer look at the getaway car, what investigators believe to be a dark gray Infiniti Q50. The sheriff wants as many people as possible to see these pictures and videos.
It's just something that we can't allow to happen anywhere, to anyone. Much less a 4-year-old child that had nothing to do with anything.
As for the surviving victims, they're still in the hospital, but at last check, the sheriff says their condition is improving. Meantime, he says several units, a huge chunk of the sheriff's office, is working to find these shooters.
Is it going to give me great pleasure to charge both of these 2 guys with capital murder when the time comes? Absolutely it's going to. I can promise you that.
Robert Price.